Hi everyone, this is Craig Stocker here again, and this is my Evolution and Ignite video. I'm going to talk about where I'm going to be kind of going here forward, um, basically because of what I've learned and what we've done with this process from our key assignment. Like I talked about in the previous videos, before we did this assignment, I had been doing video analysis with students, but it was few and far between. It was only in select circumstances, and it was pretty time consuming. After doing this now, we're at the point where students were able to use their own devices and share what they did and critique each other, but we're still pretty basic. A lot of it is, I guess you could say, teacher-led because of the checklists I had and the things I had them looking for and who I had them paired up with. A lot of it wasn't completely student-led just yet. So where I hope to go from here is to get to the point where they're going to be 100% student-led, to where they're going to be able to, when they want to, pull their phones out or pull a tablet out and record each other. And it is not necessarily a mandatory thing, but just a thing when they feel something is off, or when a classmate says, hey, you're not doing this movement correctly, they can go over that technique with each other. I'm also the only teacher right now doing this. There are 16 total strength classes here at my school, and I teach 5 of them, so 11 of them are not doing this. I would love to see all 16 classes go to this concept where they're going to be able to be doing technique work on a regular basis with each other, and all the students will have that video themselves. I'd also like to get to the point where it is not a student device that's being brought in and used, but it is a school purchase tablet that is at every single one of our stations. We have racks inside of our weight room. We've got 26 of them, so it comes out to be 26 different stations where students are working. And I'd love to have a tablet at every single one of those stations, to where now when they come to class, that tablet can be used for so many different things. The technique work and the videos that we're doing right now with our devices is just the tip of the iceberg. I'd love to get to the point where they're using these tablets, as simple as attendance when they come in, they're doing their own attendance, and I can speed class up, and that's another couple minutes I don't have to waste with a managerial task. We can just get the kids going. I'd like to have them be able to use those tablets when they want, when they need to, for video analysis during the day. So that way, if it's some kids are going to need them more than others, they're going to have that ability. I'd also like to have those tablets at each station where we can start tracking speed and velocity of their movements and some of our more explosive lifts, and we can also tie that into some of their science classes. I'd love to work with a physics class at some point down the road, and we can kind of break down the physics inside of some of the movements we do. I think that'd be pretty fun for some of the kids, and great way to get some cross-curricular work. We can also use those tablets for your basic stuff, just to eliminate paper and pencil, workout logs and notes and things like that, and also get rid of a standard dry erase board that we use daily. They could be something that is right at their stations, and every one of their little stations with their tablet can be completely self-sufficient. They can watch videos in between their movements of seeing not only themselves performing the movements, and they can break those down correctly and incorrectly, but also get to the point where they could watch other students doing them, or even, I'm not quite sure, I remember what movement this is. There can be a link right there in their workout log on the tablet. They click on that and boom, it pops up, it opens, and now those students are 100% self-sufficient. Getting to the point where we can come inside the weight room right away and they can just go right to work, and eliminate as much dead time as possible. Also, with these tablets, if we got them at every station, it would be phenomenal to be able to use them with all the students. I'm going to continue to have the students use their own devices for a little while and experiment with that more and more, so that way when I actually bring up this concept of using it and getting funding for all the tablets, I can prove that it's going to be beneficial. But in the back of my mind, I'm always worried about, if I had the students bring it in, and the weight room is all metal, and they drop it, it gets smashed, and now the school or myself is liable for a student damaging their own device. So hopefully we can get to that point. But having the students really work with each other and critique each other, and what used to be only a teacher led, or I'm the one giving cues and I'm the one correcting form and technique. I want to get to the point where I've got 45 students in the class, so I've got a minimum of 15 different stations working at one time. I've only got one set of eyes. So as I'm watching one station, I can get to the point where I know that those other 14 stations, they've got at least two sets of eyes from their partners watching what they're doing, and maybe we can get to the point where they're filming almost on a regular basis, and I can always go back and check their technique and see from there. I might also be able to, if they've got those videos, I can go back when that student leaves class. I can watch some of those previous videos of, say, some of their sets and reps that I didn't get to see in person, and I can critique them right there on the app. I can send that to them, and they can get that feedback before they come the next day in the class. Using technology in the weight room is in the years past has been minimal. I'm hoping that after this process, this can be something to kind of blow the doors off of what we've been doing in the past, and this can be something that we really do more and more, and kind of take an area of the school that hasn't seen a whole lot of improvement in probably the last 25 years. Nothing crazy is different in there. Barbells have always been barbells, kettlebells are kettlebells. It's mostly steel and iron. There's not a whole lot of technology being used. So if we can bring that weight room into the 21st century, this would be something unique that is not done very often at any level. So I'm excited to see what moves and what happens here going forward. So thanks, guys.